What's up, YouTube? So I'm here with, oh, it's so bright, I can't see anything. I don't know what I'm filming, dude. So I'm here with Anthony, and today we are replacing a subframe. We got the new one here, and we have all the suspension and stuff taken apart. So today we are gonna drop the subframe and the diff. Right now we are gonna disconnect the drive shaft. When you're taking out the drive shaft, put it in gear so that way it doesn't spin. Just the 4 bolts come out of here, and then this you could move away.
Mark it!
Yeah, make sure, I forgot to mention this earlier, make sure you mark, we marked the, well, somewhere it's on the other side, but we marked the drive shaft so it lines up again when we put it back. And then right now we are doing the PPF. That is this long piece here. It connects to the diff and it goes all the way up to the transmission, and it adds extra support basically. But we have to take that off, and you're supposed to do it from the transmission, and then when you pull out the differential and the subframe, this entire piece comes with it. So just to get your bearing straight, that's the differential, here's the PPF, and there's a wiring harness that kind of just clips in. There's little holes, so you could just get little pliers and pull it out.
There's only 2 ground mounts, one here and one on the actual subframe itself. Okay. So yeah, just, you know, disconnect the wiring harness, and then there's 3 bolts on the actual PPF that you could just loosen with a breaker bar and then do the rest with a ratchet. So that's what I'm doing now. And Ant, what are you doing? Just getting the second ground off of the subframe right now. And finally get this ugly wire out of the way.
Okay, so now we disconnected the e-brake. So what we did for that is inside here you take off the cover, and then you get a little 10mm, and you go around here and you turn it left to loosen it with the e-brake down, and then this loosens up, and it normally is clipped into here, and you could just pull it out and then it'll come out, and then there's a bolt that you have to take out that goes into the caliper. So we just took that off, and then same thing on the other side. And now we're gonna disconnect the hard line. Alright, so this is the little brake line distributor block. So there's a line that goes to the front of the car, it comes back into here, and it sends brake fluid to the passenger side. And then there's a little hard line here that sends it over to the driver's side. So we just gotta disconnect the line, because this stays on the subframe. We'll take it off when we pull the subframe off. So we just have to disconnect it from the calipers.
Some type of push-up.
Some type of push-up.
Yeah, that looks great.
But I'm supporting the trans because we're taking this big-ass thing off that supports it.
The PPF.
Which is completely useless, might I add.
We're here with Adam.
Cheers.
I'm Jewish.
At the point where we're gonna drop everything, the subframe is loosened. So what we're gonna do is put the jack underneath the diff and loosen it down onto the jack, and then slowly lower the jack, and then we're gonna have people supporting the outside, and then pull it out. Alright, so this is the hard line. It just clips right. It comes off the clips on that one, and we put it into clips on this one. And this is where that little brake fluid distribution block went onto.
Nicely painted, right?
So the next thing to do is to take off the sway bar, and then this, and then put that on the other side. Alright guys, so I actually left Anthony's house because I had a job interview at Chevrolet. It looks like he's about to put the new subframe back in. with a lot of struggle, we got the subframe and the diff and PPF. We were able to get it lined up. So right now Ant is putting the bolts for the PPF into the trans, and then we just gotta lift this up and it should. Right now it looks like it's lined up with the studs that it has to go into. Okay, so everything is in. Everything is torqued down except for the differential bolts, I think. What's not torqued down?
The power plant frame bolts.
Okay. So the PPF bolts aren't torqued, but subframe bolts are and the diff bolts are. Okay, so now on this side he took the axle out along with the hub and the control arms all together. So working on getting that in. And then when we do the other side, he has everything. He has everything separated. So the axle's in there. He has the other stuff inside. How many kids does it take to put together a subframe?
This part's supposed to be flat. It's not that flat.
Okay.
Too many.
Looks like it starts good.
All right, so everything is back together. We have everything put back on, and then we have to put the wheel back on. But we just bled the brakes, so brakes are good.
All that's left now is to put the wheels on it, test drive it, make sure nothing fucking falls apart.
Well, and then you need to get an alignment, mister.
Well, that's after, yeah.